Oloyede for accepting the fault on behalf of his team.
Nigeria Navy deactivates over 400 illegal refining sites across nation's creeks.
This Navy Week celebration also serves as an opportunity to present a scorecard of the Nigerian Navy's performance in the service of our dear nation.
Court to deliver justice on alleged killing of female corps member next month. Stray bullet kills student in Ibadan. The commentary is on checking the proliferation of light arms and small weapons into Nigeria. You can follow us on Instagram and X at Radio Nigeria HQ and on Facebook at facebook.com/Radio Nigeria Network. Now the news in detail. The House of Representatives has called for an independent investigation into the human errors that disrupted the conduct of the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME). Briefing journalists in Abuja on Tuesday, the chairman of House of Representatives Committee on Basic Education Examination Bodies, Mr. Oboku Ofoji, said the committee is working closely with the Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board, JAMB, on critical reforms aimed at restoring the credibility of the examination process. The newly appointed registrar of the Teachers Registration Council of Nigeria, TRCN, Dr. Ronke Shoyombo, says efforts are being made to enhance the quality of teaching in schools. The registrar, who stated this in Abuja on assumption of duties, emphasized that the council would collaborate with relevant stakeholders to leverage technology and establish student-centered context for teachers to ensure improved learning outcomes. According to Dr. Shoyombo, the council would work closely with teacher trade unions and teachers' service boards across various states for effective management and enhanced condition of service for teachers. The registrar also promised that the council would ensure the inclusion of all teachers to benefit from its activities. The Nasarawa state government has received over 9.5 billion naira refund from the federal government for taking over Lafia Cargo Airport. Governor Abdullahi Sule disclosed this during a meeting with selected stakeholders across the state held at the Government House Lafia, the state capital. Governor Sule explained that since the taking over of the Lafia Cargo Airport by the federal government, which is named Osman Dan Fodio Airport, in 2022, his administration worked tirelessly towards the refund of the funds to the state government. The state governor informed stakeholders that the meeting was convened to appreciate them for the role played towards the taking over and refund of the amount by the federal government. He added that the meeting was also an opportunity for the stakeholders to further discuss on the way forward regarding what to do with the refund.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
The Presidential Implementation Committee on Technology Transfer, PITS Delta 2 program, is launching a second edition of Call for Proposal under an initiative called Developing Engineering Leaders Through Her, DELTA. This is to address the gender imbalance of female participation in technology and engineering professions in Nigeria. The initiative aims to support female engineers who have innovative and commercially viable ideas in engineering with resources that will take those ideas to the marketplace. Overall, the Nigerian engineering practice becomes more inclusive and better poised to contribute to Nigeria's economy. Successful candidates will be funded and also mentored by selected seasoned engineers with adequate experience in business towards developing start-up companies. Apply now at www.delta.pictt.gov.ng. Build our future, inspire the world.
Your gateway to information on transformative education. TechFund Radio Link, the program that keeps you abreast on the activities of Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TETFund, comes up every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Discover how TETFund is revolutionizing research, infrastructure, and academic excellence in Nigeria's tertiary institutions. Get insights into TETFund innovative initiatives, success stories, and impact on Nigeria's education sector. Don't miss expert discussions, interviews, and updates on TETFund's interventions, including research funding, infrastructure development, and academic staff training. Join the conversation, ask questions, and get informed. Tune in every Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. for TETFund Radio Link, only on Radio Nigeria. TETFund Radio Link, empowering education, enhancing Nigeria's future.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
It's 6 minutes past 4. You're listening to the news. On the International Women's Day, 8th March 2024, the federal government created the Developing Engineering Leadership Through Her, DELT Her program to bridge gender gaps in Nigeria's tech and engineering space. In its first year, DELT Her empowered female innovators with the tools, visibility, and networks to lead real-world tech solutions, culminating in high-impact finals where 6 standout teams of women received 70.5 million in grants. DELT Her is under the Delta II programs of Presidential Implementation Committee on Technology Transfer, PICTT. Yesterday, the second phase of the project's call for application was launched. We have in our studio this afternoon Olamide Akpejoye, the project lead, DELT Her, to shed more light about the DELT Her initiative. You're welcome to FRCN Network Studios.
Thank you for having me, ma'am.
Great. For starters, what's DELT Her all about, and what exactly is it about?
Just like the name implies, developing engineering leaders through her. It's basically an opportunity to empower more women in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, to give them grants to be able to fund their ideas and their startups and the ideas that, because we realized that there's really, really low amount of women that go on to actually become engineers, practice, and even make startups out of it. It's just 5%, and even the world average is about 11. But Nigeria is just at a staggering number of 5%, that's lower than the world average. So we thought the executive vice chairman of NASENI and the chairman of Presidential Implementation Committee on Technology Transfer, whom I'm representing today, had said that it's very important for us to try to at least bridge that gap between the women and the male participation in engineering and ideas that are also turned as well. And that's why we launched a call for proposal, and people can now apply. So yesterday was literally the call for proposal for women to submit their engineering ideas, their science ideas, technology ideas, STEM in general, women in STEM, to apply at www.delther.pictc.gov.ng.
I was going to ask, so what categories of women can apply? Can I just up and apply?
No, I mean, you have to, first of all, you have to have a science, technology, and engineering and mathematics idea. You have to have a STEM idea. So it's very important for you. You also have to be a graduate, a female graduate. So you can just be a woman, and you can be a lawyer, for instance, and have an engineering idea. You've done your research maybe with other team members, and you're saying, what, we're trying to bridge this gap and do something innovative, an idea that's commercializable, but we've not had the money, we've not had the resources to build on these ideas, and it's been sitting dormant and laying fallow. Let's build this idea, but they're not able to do that because of maybe lack of funds and resources. We're literally here telling you, hey, there are grants available for you, and you can apply now on the website, which is, like I mentioned earlier, www.delther, which is delther.pictc.gov.ng, and it's open now for application.
So I'm curious, what are the key things you're looking for in the proposal?
You have to share the problem. Nigeria. Wow. It has to be innovative, like I said. It has to be something that is not regular. For instance, you cannot come and say that you're building a fan and we'll give you a grant for that. Last year, we had a woman who produced brake pads using organic waste. That's what her team did. They produced brake pads, the brake pads that you and I import. They produce it here in Nigeria using organic waste. So innovative ideas like that solve the problem are what we're looking for.
So what's the support like? What's the maximum funding like?
There isn't a maximum funding per se. It depends on your budgets. It depends on what you're submitting, because last year across board, we gave about 70.5 million naira, just like you had stated earlier. So this year we're definitely doing much more than that this year. We did 6 women last year. We're hoping to do about 10, 15, 20, depending on how wild we are and amazed we are by the ideas that we have.
Fantastic opportunity, yes. I must say. Thank you so much for coming to the FRCN studios. Lady Olamide Akpejoye for the insight into Delta program.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. The House of Representatives bodies, Mr. Oboko Ofochi, said the committee is working closely with the Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board, JAMB, on critical reforms aimed at restoring the credibility of the examination process. The House of Representatives also apologized to Nigerians, particularly the parents and candidates who will sit for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination as a result of the human error that characterized the 2025 UTME.
We sincerely apologize on behalf of the examination body JAMB to all Nigerians. The committee recognizes the courage and sincerity of JAMB Registrar Professor Ishaq Oloyede for accepting the fault on behalf of his team and apologizing to the parents, candidates, and the nation in general. However, this human error was avoidable because it was out of negligence by JAMB.
The committee, while recognizing the courage and sincerity of the JAMB Registrar, Professor Ishaq Oloyede, for accepting the fault on behalf of his team and apologizing to the parents, candidates, and the nation in general, promised to carry out thorough investigation regarding the ugly incident. Mr. Ofoji reiterated the committee's commitment to providing suggestions and enacting laws that will enhance reforms in the nation's education sector. The Green Chamber also emphasized that they are committed to strengthening oversight function to ensure accountability in the country's educational system, which is a cornerstone of the future. Stakeholders have attributed the recent error in result processing by the JAMB computer-based test to inadequate monitoring, weak oversight mechanisms, and systemic inefficiencies. Speaking on Politics Nationwide, a Radio Nigeria Network program, Professor Musa Mai Samari Ashom of Yakubu Gowon University, formerly University of Abuja, highlighted the gravity of the issue during a discussion on challenges facing electronic examinations in Nigeria. He described the errors as preventable, citing carelessness, negligence, and in some cases deliberate act of corruption as factors responsible for the error. While he stressed that lack of accountability was the real issue, Professor Ashom also cautioned against rushing to release results, insisting that credibility must come before speed.
Releasing such results should not just be something you rush into just to show your efficiency, but check to be sure that, yes, everything was correctly done before you do that, because it's unfortunate.
Also speaking on the program, an educationist, Mr. Salisu Yahaya, has called for intentionality about supporting the electronic system through training and facilities. Mr. Yahaya, who is also an exam marshal, urged for collaboration between government and independent bodies to provide schools with the tools and training needed to prepare students for digital exams.
Most of these schools do not have the capacity. How many schools can provide 250 or 260 computer systems for exam? It's very rare. So government must be deliberate about providing the schools, both government and private schools.
Meanwhile, there's growing public demand for independent audits of examination bodies and a comprehensive review of existing policies to restore trust in the nation's assessment systems. Following the ongoing campaign against economic saboteurs across the country's creeks and waterways, the Nigerian Navy says its troops have arrested 34 suspects and destroyed over 100 illegal refining sites since January 2025. The The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, announced this while briefing defense correspondents ahead of the Navy's 69th anniversary celebrations at the Naval Headquarters in Abuja. Vice Admiral Ogala, represented by the Chief of Policy and Plans, Rear Admiral Ibrahim Deu, noted that the Navy's efforts last year had already yielded the arrest of 215 suspects, seizure of 26 vessels, deactivation of 468 illegal refining sites, among others.
This Navy Week celebration also serves as an opportunity to present a scorecard of the Nigerian Navy's performance in the service of our dear nation. This can only be put in perspective by reviewing the noble achievement of the current Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral E.I. Ogala.
On fleet renewal, the Admiral noted that the Navy has received 3 NNSCSE patrol vessels and 3 helicopters.
Under the current leadership, the Nigerian Navy has attained the highest state of operational readiness in the discharge of its constitutional role. In particular, the fight against crude oil theft has been a huge success under the auspices of Operation Delta Sanity.
Beyond the oil sector, the CNS said the Navy has maintained zero piracy status within Nigeria's maritime domain, aided by surveillance infrastructure such as Falcon Eyes and regional maritime awareness capacity systems. These tools enable early detection of maritime threats and swift response by naval units.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
We health, now we end the day. All of us get work to do on top am. Time don't reach make we for sabi, can't take care from the beginning. Shey you sabi say HIV, AIDS, syphilis and hepatitis na something we fit to dodge from, treat and even no be death sentence again sef. Knowledge na power. You fit to live correct better life wey go make sense, treat and get help when you need am. They fit to manage HIV with treatment, syphilis own na antibiotics, and for hepatitis na vaccine we go take knack am to fit escape from am. Regular testing na key for all of us to fit dey safe. Together we go fit stop the spread of HIV, AIDS, syphilis and hepatitis. Always dey go for testing to sabi your status and stay safe. Prevention, treatment na your hand e dey. Prevention na key. Together we go fit end this pain. Follow your doctor relate, run your test today. HIV, AIDS no be death sentence o. Enter we public health center wey near you pass today. This message na from the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, CON.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
Glad to have you there on the news at 18 minutes past the hour. Justice Simon Aboki of Nasarawa State High Court, sitting in Lafia, has fixed 26th of next month for the judgment in the case of Timileyin Ajayi, the alleged killer of Salome Adaidu, a female core member. Justice Simon Aboki announced this after counsels to the prosecution and defendant submitted their final written addresses. Correspondent Kalu Idika brings details.
The trial High Court judge, Justice Simon Aboki, had earlier stood down the matter when the case was mentioned to enable the defense counsel announce appearance in court. Upon resumption of the sitting, the defense counsel Joseph Tuku Bison submitted his final written address and prayed the court to discharge and acquit Timileyin Ajayi for failure of the prosecution counsel to prove its arguments beyond reasonable doubt that Timileyin actually killed the deceased. In his response, the prosecution counsel Joseph Kibu, while adopting his final written address, urged the presiding judge to discountenance the prayer of the defendants and convict the defendants based on the evidence adduced by him. In his ruling, Justice Simon Aboki commended the counsels involved in the matter for their resilience in pursuing justice He therefore adjourned the sitting to 26th of next month for judgment in the case. In an interview after the court section, prosecution counsel Joseph Kibu expressed satisfaction with the trial.
We are inviting the court to consider the evidence, including Exhibit L, and see whether there is available defenses there, whether there is provocation.
Counsel to Timileyin Ajayi, Mr. Joseph Tuku, stated that he argued and sought for 2 reliefs from the court to ensure that due process is followed in the prosecution of the case.
In the video, the defendant himself was lying down unconscious. That is the essence of that unconsciousness. Who knows who brought those body parts? He was not there to defend himself.
Timileyin Ajayi, a gospel singer, was arrested on the 12th of February by police personnel in Kershi Karo local government area of Nasarawa State for allegedly killing and dismembering a 24-year-old Salome Adaidu, a National Youth Service Corps NYSC Corps member serving in Abuja. Radio Nigeria cited the popular gospel singer Timileyin Ajayi observing prayer in the courtroom. In Lafia, Kalu Idika, Radio Nigeria.
A teenager was killed by stray bullets while on his way to school in Ibadan this morning. Eyewitnesses said that the incident occurred at the Ibadan Airport Junction along Old Ife Road. A commercial tricycle operator who does not want his name mentioned said the deceased with his twin brother were inside their father's car to school to write his final WAEC papers when the incident occurred. According to the eyewitness, a team of police officers, while allegedly pursuing suspected Yahoo boys, fired gunshots which mistakenly hit the teenager. The boy, who was in school uniform, was rushed to Welfare Hospital around the area, where he was confirmed dead. The father of a deceased who could not control his emotions called on state government and the police authority to fish out the killer of his child for prosecution. Meanwhile, Radio Nigeria's efforts to speak with the police public relations officer Adewale Oshifeso proved abortive. Teams Osun and Kano registered their names on the medals table at the National Sports Festival. Linus High has details on more on National Sports Festival.
Team Osun and Team Kano have officially opened their medal account at the 22nd National Sports Festival taking place in Abeokuta. While Osun grabbed a gold medal in women's weightlifting, Kano won 5 medals, comprising 2 silver and 3 bronze medals, also in women's weightlifting. Islamia Yusuf delivered a historic moment for Osun by clinching the gold medal in the 71 kilogram snatch category. For Kano team, Timi Jegede won 2 silver and 1 bronze medal in 55 kilograms category, while Adam Anyiba won 2 bronze medals in the 49 kilograms category. Kano State has qualified for the quarterfinals of the men's football events at the National Sports Festival. Kano, who defeated Kwara 2-1 in their opening match yesterday, were awarded 3 points and 3 goals after a walkover against Ondo State today. In one of the matches played in the women's football event today, Osun State trashed Benue State 6-1. The win means Osun, who defeated Edo State yesterday, are through to the semi-finals of women's football at the games. Still on the festival, Edo State began their campaign in men's cricket with a commanding performance, defeating Delta State by 8 wickets in the opening match this morning. The encounter saw Edo dominating in all departments to secure an early win in the competition. Meanwhile, 6 athletes have been disqualified from participating in the ongoing National Sports Festival over their involvements in doping issues. The affected athletes are Marcus Okon, representing Akwa Ibom State in para-athletics, David Opeyemi, representing Bayelsa State in gymnastics, and Karim Shukurat, representing Lagos in kickboxing. Others are Dolapo Joshua, representing Bayelsa State in kickboxing, Cynthia Ogunsemilore, representing Bayelsa State in kickboxing, and Sophia Anima Shaun, representing Lagos in para-powerlifting. I am Linus. Hi.
The commentary is on checking the proliferation of light arms and small weapons into Nigeria. It was written by Muttaba Ramalan Bello of our Pride FM Gusau.
An online dictionary defines small and light weapons as some classes of portable weapons. Such kinds of weapons comprise handguns, rifles, machine guns, grenades, launchers, hand grenades, ammunition, and explosives. Proliferation of such kinds of weapons around the world is a source of serious concern to not only government, but also well-meaning individuals whose desire is to have a peaceful world to live in. Since the time of the country's civil war, such illegal weapons have found their ways into the country, thereby aggravating insecurity and violence. According to the United Nations report, 70% of the estimated 500 million of such weapons that are in circulation in West African sub-region are domiciled in Nigeria. This, no doubt, is a major source of concern that will require urgent efforts to address. Investigations attribute proliferation of such weapons in the country to spillover effects of the crises in Libya, Mali, Chad, and other internal crises in parts of the country. Illegal importation of such firearms into the country is being carried out through the nation's porous land borders, seaports, highways, and airports, with alleged connivance of officials manning these posts. Worried by this development, the federal government inaugurated the Presidential Committee on Small Arms and Light Weapons, PRESCOM, in an effort to address movement of such weapons in the country. It is also charged with the responsibility to improve livelihood of the people and communities that surrendered their weapons and to work with international organizations to conduct practical disarmament at border communities. It is also to provide support to repentant bandits, agitators, and militants. The committee has swung into action, partnering several state governments in the country to recover various weapons in the hands of bandits, militants, agitators, and other groups. States that have partnered with the committee include Benue, Rivers, Katsina, Imo, Zamfara, and Kaduna in their various disarmament programs in which several illegally acquired weapons were surrendered. For example, in Zamfara State, about 5,870 illegal arms were recovered and publicly destroyed in 2018. Similarly, in February 2018, the then Inspector General of Police had directed all police formations in the country to immediately commence simultaneously the mopping from individuals and groups. As part of the efforts to ensure its success, an ultimatum of 21 days at intervals were issued for voluntary return of all prohibited arms in the hands of the public, individuals, and groups. As at that time, a total of 9,657 illegal firearms and about 26,994 illegal ammunitions in possession of suspected militias, bandits, armed herdsmen, farmers, and other groups and individuals were recovered. Happily, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had in June last year signed into law the Small and Light Weapons Bill, which will go a long way in bolstering national security. The law provided the center with a robust legal framework to intensify efforts against illicit arms, strengthen the country's institutional capacity to regulate and monitor the possession and manufacture of small arms. It will also enhance enforcement mechanism and border security to guard against illegal arms trafficking, address challenges posed by insurgency, terrorism, banditry, amongst others. It is therefore pertinent for all stakeholders to synergize and rise up to the task of addressing the issue to further guarantee security of lives and properties of the citizenry. People must support security agencies by providing adequate and useful information on the activities of gun runners, criminals who are bent on thwarting government efforts toward providing security to all citizens.
That commentary on checking the proliferation of light arms and small weapons into Nigeria was written by Mutaba Ramalan Bello and read by Fubara Pepple. For weather update, Abuja, Lagos, Yola, Sabah, Owerri, Port Harcourt, Enugu, Makurdi, Sokoto, and Ondo are experiencing mixed sunshine at temperatures ranging from 30 to 36 degrees Celsius. To end the news, here is a recap of the major stories. The House of Representatives has called for an independent investigation into the human errors that disrupted the 2025 Unified Matriculation Tertiary Examination. The Nigerian Navy has deactivated over 400 illegal refining sites across nation's creeks. Justice Simon Aboki of Nassau State High Court, sitting in Lafia, has fixed 26th of next month for the judgment in the case of Timileyin Ajayi, the alleged killer of Salome Adaidu, a female corps member. We also reported that a teenager was today killed by a police stray bullet while on his way to school in Ibadan. That's the news edited by Stanley Nwosu and the production team. I am Jehobi Iyanya. Thank you for listening. All issues of the moment is up next. And Nigeria is currently grappling with a significant rise in insecurity.
Ètò àtàtà lóríṣiríṣi àtàwọn yọ. Ìròyìn àsìkò tó kún rẹ́rẹ́ àtàwọn yọ. Pápó lówó ọjà lọ́dọ̀ tí a àtàwọn yọ. Gbogbo ayé ló ń gbọ́ wá àtàwọn yọ. Ẹ̀yin tèmi Abẹ́lì nǹkan àtàwọn yọ. Ó yá máa gbé kúrò níbẹ̀ ṣe àtàwọn yọ. Amúlùdùn FM ní Ìbàdàn àtàwọn yọ. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi àtàwọn yọ.
Nàìjíríà yìí tí gbogbo wa ní kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ torí kò sí ibòmíràn tí a lè lọ àjò lè dàbí ilé ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan gbé kémi gbé.
àbá ti dé ò ká parí ẹnu yẹ.
torí àwọn ọmọ wa tí ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn kí la fẹ́ sọ pé àgbélé ayé ṣe gbé kájọ gbé ó yá kájọ gbé. ó yá o. gbé kémi gbé. ó yá kájọ gbé òun ti yá sá. gbé kémi gbé. Nàìjíríà yìí ti gbogbo wa ní. kó máa gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. torí kò sí òmíràn tí a lè lọ. àjò lè dàbí ilé. ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan. gbé kémi gbé.
Yes, sir. How about come, my brothers and sisters. All that you I don't care attitude, no be a more. You say which one concern you? Make you think the thing well. Because Andrew will check out, see they here. So make I tell you, whether you be Yoruba, Hausa or Igbo, all na the same 10 and 10 pence. Now him make we go join hands together, make we country better. No say I no tell you. Yes, sir.
Samarin Nigeria, Mudaga Nigeria, Yamata Nigeria, Mudaga Nigeria, Muhada Hanumu, Mudaga Nigeria, Nigeria, Namune, Nigeria, Namune.
Come, make we live town. Leaves, make a leaves. Come, make we lift Nigeria up. Leaves, make a leaves. This Nigeria now we home. Making up Africa. No place where be like our home. Home, sweet home. Make we join hand and think alike. Leaves, make a leaves. America plus Germany, France plus Britain.
Yeah, maybe we know, then they suffer before. Sincerity plus hard work, now it make them be the best today.
Everybody want become citizen. Brothers and sisters, make we no give up. If today bitter, tomorrow go be better. If today bitter, tomorrow go be better. Natural at the top, natural at the top. Come, make we live town. Leaves, make a leaves. Come, make we live Nigeria up. Leaves, make a leaves. This Nigeria now we own. Making up Africa. No place where be like our home. Home, sweet home. Make we join hand and think alike. Leaves, make a leaves.
Tábà fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ Nàìjíríà tó ń ro mímímí. Ohun tó bàjẹ́ tún lè látúnṣe ọ̀rọ̀ nìyẹn.
The way forward, na it be this. Make we work for better Nigeria. Whatever we sow, na it we go reap. Make we work for better Nigeria.
In the name of the Most High, I beg you live good. I beg you live good in the spirit of brotherhood. Fade away, oh ye spirit of segregation. Move away, oh ye spirit of nepotism. I beg you, please listen to we.
Make we work for better Nigeria.
The more we are together, together we shall be.
Make we work for better Nigeria.
Together we stand, divided we fall.
Make we work for better Nigeria.
If you are a leader, please show good example.
Make we work for better Nigeria.
Just like the Father we do to the Son.
Make we work for better Nigeria.
like the sheep and the shepherd.
Make we walk for better Naija.
I beg you, live good.
Make we walk for better Naija.
We have no other country.
Make we walk for better Naija.
United we go stand. Divided we fall. Make we make this our great nation Nigeria great.
Make we walk for better Nigeria.
My people, if we do better, we go chop better. If we chop better, we go live better. And true, if we live better, our pikin dem go live better. And with better education and everything will come dey nyaf. Na peace be the answer.
Jama'a samari da 'yan mata wasu kasan ne abu da zan faɗa muku. Wato lokaci bai kure ba da za mu haɗa ne mu rike wannan Najeriya sama. Idan wannan Najeriya ya faɗi ina za mu shiga ina za mu je. Saboda haka dole wannan gaskiya ne mu haɗa hannunmu mu rike wannan Najeriya sama. Don wannan Najeriya namu ne na kowa ce.
Nemunumu namo okorobia na bogobia nulonumo.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Organiru no chichoma oneweti funanya.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Nigeria be our country forever and ever.
Make we walk for better Naija.
God take our troubles and give us peace.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Ebere mi so.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Ebere mi so.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Nigeria, ebere mi so.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Nigeria, ebere mi so.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Muhada hanumu, mudaga Nigeria.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Ikorabo ona norere me.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Nigeria, orere me.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Nigeria, now we own
Make we walk for better Naija.
Baba, mama, make we carry them together.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Nigeria lárugẹ.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Nigeria, ẹ̀wọ̀n ìmọ̀nà o.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Wàlá wo wàgẹ́ apẹ́kọ̀ ẹgbẹ́.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Ìwẹ̀ yíyá rẹ̀ màgá yòrè.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Nàìjíríà túnjọ mẹ́ta ohun ẹ̀dá gbára kò sọ̀nà kan.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Àgbájọwọ́ ohun ẹ̀mẹ̀mú ìṣàyà.
Make we walk for better Naija.
Ẹni agbójú òkun lé kò jẹ́ ẹni àgbà. Ẹni agbójú òkun lé kò jẹ́ ẹni àgbà. Mumu lórí mo ló ní. Òmùgọ́mù nílùú wo ni omi o. Ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé lè tó yẹn ní ìkánú ẹ̀dá àlejò. Ẹni agbójú òkun lé kò jẹ́ ẹni àgbà. Ẹni agbójú òkun lé kò jẹ́ ẹni àgbà. Ẹni agbójú òkun lé kò jẹ́ ẹni àgbà. Mumu lórí mo ló ní. Òmùgọ́mù nílùú wo ni omi o. Ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé lè tó yẹn ní ìkánú ẹ̀dá àlejò. Ẹni agbójú òkun lé kò jẹ́ ẹni àgbà. Alẹ́ ni agbójú òkun lé kò jẹ́ ẹni àgbà. Ẹni agbójú òkun lé kò jẹ́ ẹni àgbà. Mumu lórí mo ló ní. Òmùgọ́mù nílùú wo ni omi o. Ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé lè tó yẹn ní ìkánú ẹ̀dá àlejò. Ẹni agbójú òkun lé kò jẹ́ ẹni àgbà. Ẹni agbójú òkun lé kò jẹ́ ẹni àgbà. Ẹni agbójú òkun lé kò jẹ́ ẹni àgbà. Mumu lórí mo ló ní. Òmùgọ́mù nílùú wo ni omi o. Ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé ló mí òmùgọ́mù nírú ó ní omi o ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé lè tó yẹn ní ìkànnù ẹ̀dá àlejò ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá mo mú lórí mo ló mí òmùgọ́mù nírú ó ní omi o ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé lè tó yẹn ní ìkànnù ẹ̀dá àlejò ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá. Igi àbáfẹ̀yìntì ẹ̀gún ló jẹ́ igi tàbáfẹ̀yìntì ẹ̀gún ló jẹ́ ẹni àbáfọ̀rọ̀ lọ́hùn ṣàròkiri ẹni ẹni àpé ó wà jẹun ìní lọ́wọ́ òmù lórí mo lómi òmùgbàmù nírú mo ní omi o ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé lè tó yẹn ní ìkànnù ẹ̀dá àlejò ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá mo mú lórí mo lómi òmùgọ́mù nírú mo ní omi o ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé lè tó yẹn ní ìkànnù ẹ̀dá àlejò ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá. Bàbá ń dájú ọmọ ṣẹ̀ráyé bí bàbá ń dájú ọmọ ẹ̀ráyé bí ọmọ ń dájú òbí ẹ̀wò bí abáyédé tàbá wíwá wá sọ pé ìṣe tuntun mo mú lórí mo ló mí òmùgọ́mù nírú ó ní omi o ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé lè tó yẹn ní ìkànnù ẹ̀dá àlejò ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá mo mú lórí mo ló mí òmùgọ́mù nírú ó ní omi o ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé lè tó yẹn ní ìkànnù ẹ̀dá àlejò ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá. Ayé ti pé bó bá ò pa ó ti di bó o bá bò wú lẹ́sẹ̀ toráyé ti wá dojúrú ó ti dojúrú débi pé kò sólùkù irú ayé ò wá làwà òmù lórí mo ló mí òmùgọ́mù nírú ó ní omi o ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé lè tó yẹn ní ìkànnù ẹ̀dá àlejò ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá mo mú lórí mo lómi òmùgọ́mù nírú ó ní omi o ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé lè tó yẹn ní ìkànnù ẹ̀dá àlejò ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá. Báyé ṣe rí kí lẹ́yìn ló pa lè ṣe báyé ṣe rí kí lẹ́yìn ló pa lè ṣe ṣàfẹ́ torí páyé ṣòro àṣàláyé lẹ́yìn pé ká gbáradì fún ta òrùkó tó dé mo mú lórí mo lómi òmùgọ́mù nírú ó ní omi o ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé lè tó yẹn ní ìkànnù ẹ̀dá àlejò ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá mo mú lórí mo lómi òmùgọ́mù nírú ó ní omi o ẹ wá gbà mí ṣe láyé lè tó yẹn ní ìkànnù ẹ̀dá àlejò ẹni agbójú okùn lé kò jẹ́ ní agbá.
Ayé ló sọ kò lè ní lárí ènìyàn ló sọ pọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ kò lè já sí rẹ̀ wòlíì ló sọ páyé rẹ̀ kò lè nítumọ̀ mọ́ kíyèsí Ọlọ́run kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
ayé ló sọ pẹ́nu gbèsè ló máa kú sí ènìyàn ló sọ pa onírọ́mọ lẹ́yìn rẹ̀ wòlíì ló sọ pé ó ti sẹ̀ń wélé débi gíga kíyèsí Ọlọ́run kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
ayé ló sọ kò lè ní lárí ènìyàn ló sọ pọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ kò lè já sí rẹ̀ wòlíì ló sọ páyé rẹ̀ kò lè nítumọ̀
ayé mi
kíyèsí Ọlọ́run kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
kan sọ olóhùn rẹ̀ jẹ́ níwájú ẹ wòlíì kan sọ oníbò ṣèrúbọ ikú òjijì ni kíyèsí ọlọ́run kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o.
ayé ló sọ kò lè ní lárí ènìyàn ló sọ pọ́rọ̀ rẹ̀ kò lè já sí rẹ̀ wòlíì ló sọ páyé rẹ̀ kò lè nítumọ̀ mọ́ kíyèsí ọlọ́run kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
mo ti jìyà púpàpúpà ògbó tó yé mi bóun ènìyàn kò kì í so ọlọ́run mi bàbá tó dá mi tó dẹ̀ tún fohùn rere kẹ́ mi bàbá tó dá mi lẹ́nìyàn tí ó ṣe mí lẹ́ranko yóò á ṣe pàṣẹ kí n kú ò láláì rògbòlò ẹni bá rògbò rò mí bàbá àrè sórí wọn kíyèsí ọlọ́run kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
ayé ló sọ kò lè ní lárí ènìyàn ló sọ pọ́rọ̀ rẹ̀ kò lè já sí rẹ̀ wòlíì ló sọ páyé rẹ̀ kò lè nítumọ̀ mọ́ kíyèsí ọlọ́run kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
tó bá jọmọ bàbá ní tòótọ́ tó kì í sọ máa lè tó bá jọmọ ọlọ́run ní tòótọ́ tọ́lọ́run pẹ̀lú dáhẹ́mọ́ ó yẹ kó lè manú bàbá rẹ̀ àti ro rẹ̀ sí ọ bájòjì kan bá wá ọ wá pé bàbá rán mi sí ọ ó ní fún ọ nílẹ̀ tàyí tí kú òjijì ni ó yẹ kó lè ṣàlàyé pé kì í ṣe bàbá mi bàbá tí mo ní kò ní ránṣẹ́ ìlú rẹ̀ sí mi wẹ̀yìn lẹ́tà tán fún ẹ̀yẹ kí o yẹ̀ wò òrùka èdìdì tán fi sí kì í ṣe tọ́lọ́run lucifer yìí ló kọ́ kó yá mọ́ kì í ṣe tọ́lọ́run pariwo kì í ṣe tèmi.
kì í ṣe tèmi.
káyé mi lè lọ mo sáté ní ládùn lọ ọlọ́run dákun lànà o máwọn ẹni máa là láyé o. káyé mi lè lọ mo sáté ní ládùn lọ báyìí máwọn ẹni máa là láyé. káyé ní ká sọ pa àwọn ọkọ̀ yan bọ́lá ń lo ohun kọ́ńkọ́ báyé lọ ránṣọ àbùkù bàbá lè ránṣọ ẹ̀yẹ tọrùn ẹ̀ ń tán ti gbèrò ipò ní ló máa ṣe sí láyẹyẹ àbàgbẹ̀yìn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni tó fi ń ṣe ẹ̀yẹ o ẹni tí wọ́n ti rí ẹni tí wọ́n ti rí o tí wọ́n ti ń kò ṣe wọ́n bá rí wọn máa pàtẹ́ ọ́ ìṣesí ọlọ́run nìyẹn o láti jọ òun gbè ní. ayé mi lè fún musa lè ládùn lára àwọn ẹ̀rọ máa wà láyé. ẹni láyé tó ṣe dá dábì eléwé máa ló dá dábì aláàtẹ ilẹ̀kẹ̀ tó lẹ́rù pẹ̀lú wọ́ọ̀fà mọ́ bọ́lọ́hún fẹ́ kẹ̀ẹ́dá akọjá iṣẹ́ ẹ̀ tó ní lọ́wọ́ kánú ọlọ́run ṣàgbà ọgbọ́n orí ẹnìkan àánú yẹn ṣàmùbèrè fún òyìnbọ́lá àánú yẹn ṣàmùbèrè ilẹ̀ àánú ẹ̀ ò kì í ṣú olówó ayé lè tilẹ̀ fáyàwùsà ní tiẹ̀ ṣíjú àánú ẹ̀ wò mí ò ẹni ní májò dọ̀là sẹ́. káyé mi nínú mojú sáájẹ nígbà àdùn lọ́wọ́ báyìí àwọn ẹ̀ máa wà láyé. kàkà tí wọ́n fi ṣèwé mákútakúta ṣẹ̀dá ojú rẹ̀ tó wò tójú ẹni bọ̀dì lọ ó pé mi kí n bẹ̀ ju kí n wá máa bẹ̀yàn èèyàn lè lé mi dànù gbẹdàmú mi ti ń pọ̀ jù tó bá lò lé mi jù mọ́ ọlọ́run tó bá lò lé mi jù mọ́ níbo ni wọ́n kọ́rọ̀ lọ lẹ́yìn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ sí ilé kan tó lè gbà mí o ló jẹ́ máa bẹ̀ ọlọ́run o alábẹ́ ló jẹ́ máa bẹ̀ o dáwọ́ àánú ẹ̀ tẹ̀mí ṣá káyé mi lè sọ ní alábẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ sáájà nígbà tó lọ́ bá ọ sí. Bóyá gbàdúrà mi máa wo tẹ̀sẹ̀ mi ìkẹ́ rẹ̀ ṣáni òṣọlá.
Gbàdúrà mi máa wo tẹ̀sẹ̀ mi ìkẹ́ rẹ̀ ṣáni òṣọlá.
Ọlọ́run
tó bá o tẹ̀sẹ̀ mi wà fàyè lè mọ́ mi láti gbé tí a lè mọ́ mi àti mú nínú lílo ànira ṣùgbọ́n dé àánú rẹ̀ tóbi jẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi lọ́pàṣọ àánú rẹ̀ tóbi jẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi ìkẹ́ rẹ̀ ṣàní òun wá kò sẹ́ni tó lè tẹ́ mi àfiwọ́ ọba aláàánú ni mo mọ̀ ẹ́ sí ṣàánú ẹrú ẹ tí ó lè tẹ́wọ́ ṣàánú ẹrú ẹ tí ó lè tẹ́wọ́ fún mi sẹ́nikẹ́ni àfiwọ́.
bàbá mi máa mọ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi ìkẹ́ rẹ̀ ṣàní òun ṣọlá.
báwa sí ntòfin jọba kò yẹ nìkan ntòfin jọba kò yẹrú ọdún tó ti ń jọba kò yáyé ọba tó pẹ́ lọ́ba tí ò dẹ́gbó láéláé ọba pẹ́ lọ́ba kò dògbò gbàdúrà mi múre tọ̀ mí wá kò sí ohun tó kápá ẹ̀jẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ kò sẹ́yìn tó mojú ẹ̀ àyàfi àfẹ́ni ó bá fẹ́ tó ṣàánú lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ayé mi ṣàánú àánú rẹ̀ jẹ́ ju òògùn lọ Paso àánú rẹ̀ jẹ́ ju òògùn lọ ránṣẹ́ àánú ẹ̀ sí mi láyé.
bàbá mi máa mọ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ mi ìkẹ́ rẹ̀
Sani Ọ̀ṣọ́lá dáríjì ní Ọlọ́run nítorí ohun tó ní má ṣe.